Hello everybody, my name is Dee Hennon. I'm the Director of Community Relations for OpticalTel. OpticalTel is your service provider for the Palma Solar Trace community. And this is specific to the Palma Solar Trace community. What we wanted to do was to give you a brief overview of what you have to enjoy your video experience, right? And not only that, also your internet. You have, that's your remote control? Okay, so
Yes.
Your remote control also works my TV. Be careful with that. All right. All right. So, I wanted to share with you this. So when you sat around for months and you said, why did the board of directors go with OpticalTel? Why did they go fiber optic? Again, I understand a lot of us here weren't born in the era of computers and know about certain technology, or certainly don't know about cable plants. But evidently you were a cable plant. In a cable plant, it was operated with modems. You are now a fiber plant. So to give you the very short abbreviated version of fiber optics, this is fiber optics. So this is a strand, I think, of about 28 strands. However, the pipe that comes in has 288 strands, comes from the street, and then it comes to your house, and I believe 2 strands go to each and every individual home. So why did the board of directors take this leap? Personally, I don't know specifically, but the majority of people that go fiber optic is because when you're on a cable plant, no matter what company you use, that cable, that signal, can only travel about 250 feet without it being amped or boosted. It has nothing to do with the name of the company. It's strictly how the signal is sent and the capability of the wire. Because of that wire, that's the restriction to it. I'm sure we all have had our signals boosted and amped and da-da-da-da. When you go fiber optic, the signal can travel 33 miles without any degradation. Makes it simple, makes it dependable, reliable, better quality. So it's glass. I'm going to pass this around so that you can go ahead and share. I just want it back because I already lost 3 of them. And that's what goes to your home. So when it goes to your home, it goes into this device. So we're going to forget the word modem. It's going to go to this device that's called an ONT. It's an optical network terminal. By the way, there's no test at the end of this. It's strictly that when you call to troubleshoot or anything of that nature with OpticalTel, you're happy to at least be a little familiar with some terminology. So this is an ONT, optical network terminal. The fiber goes into here. This goes, all depending what type of a home you have, whether it's the villa, the condos, the single family homes. Wherever you're demarking your home is where this normally goes. And from here, for the video side of it, it goes to this device that is called a set-top box. Back in the old days, it was called a receiver. Now they're called set-top boxes. The set-top box is 4K compatible. Every single one is a DVR. It's cloud-based, 250 hours. You can purchase more if you want, but it's 250 hours. It is whole home DVR, where you can watch it in one room, turn it off and go into the other room and pick it up where it leaves off. The big deal is that you can record 16 shows at one time. And although everyone says, oh my God, you're really recording 16 shows at one time? I have news for you. The answer is yes. There's so many people watching more TV now with being, COVID and now coming out of COVID. This is a recording device for every single TV that you have this on. And this is called, again, a set-top box. As far as the internet side This is a whole home mesh network. This is not an extender where this signal goes to another device and then to another device. It's whole home mesh. It's called a plume. It plugs right into the wall. We can talk a little bit about it later. But wherever it's plugged in, you shouldn't move it. It's not an air wick. Wherever it stays, if you want it moved, you should call us. We can talk to you about it and see where you're going to move it, because they're all engineered as to where it's being placed in the home. Due to the environment that we now live in, some of us may be installed this device, which is another whole home device for a mesh network. It's called an Evo. You might get this. The only difference between this and this is that this plugs directly in the wall, and this, all you need is to put it on a counter. But it does absolutely the same thing. You have as many of these as you need to give yourself a good Wi-Fi signal. But saying that, that's engineered by us. So a lot of people are like, oh, I need one in every room. No. It does, I believe it's something like 2,400 square feet. But if you know a little bit about Wi-Fi, Wi-Fi doesn't go through concrete walls really well. All depends how much metal is in the wall. It doesn't go through mirrors very well. Aquariums, there's a lot of things that stops it. So it all depends what we have information as to how many you get within the home. It does not include patio space. It's air-conditioned space. It doesn't include the garage. Now, if you want it in the garage, and if you want the patio and you want to another one for it to work in those areas, you're happy to purchase it and we'll engineer it for you. Purchase it meaning it's a monthly rental, recurring revenue moving forward. So, for everybody that's signed in and with email addresses, I just want to very quickly go over what Palma Solar trades. So this is called a service guide, and you should have gotten it when you were first scheduled. It's much prettier when you get it. I did a black and white copy. It's in a magenta color, but you will get one when we send you out the recap email to you, okay? So what it tells you is what comes with your association dues, okay? So you get 2 streaming devices, which is, again, the set-top box. You get 2 of them. You get a couple of features that we're going to go over on the TV today, called Catch-Up TV and Restart TV. So you get 2 of these. You get the bulk channel lineup, which tells you everything that's here, along with the fact it gives you some upgrades. If you want to purchase more channels, it gives you a list of your local channels. And in your contract, you also get the internet speed, 200 megs up and down, symmetrical. I just want to go over that a little bit. So you might see some advertisements of people saying, providers saying, oh, you can get a gig. Well, so can you if you want to pay for it. But in the bulk, you're getting 200 megs up and down. What that means is the upload speeds are just as important as the download speeds. So for the people that upload, how many people here stream? How many people use Netflix? Okay. When you use Netflix, you're streaming. All that means is that you're pulling the connectivity from the internet and not the TV. Most of us really don't care as a user where you're pulling it from. Just turn on the TV and you want it to work, right? However, with that being said, the point I'm trying to make is the internet that you're using is from the upload, and you don't even realize that you're using it. The people that have Ring doorbells, the people that have Nest thermostats, people that are using the devices to monitor their water heaters, their hot water heaters. How many people have cameras in the house? That's for young and old. I mean, my mom is 97, lives with me. Yeah, she's on my camera just to see. There's a lot of people that use home automation. Again, you can watch your child. You can have when you walk down the hallway, because I'm glad you're taking this, because my mother will definitely appreciate this. When she walks down the hallway, she doesn't believe, or anywhere, she doesn't believe she has to turn the light on, right? Because she's not going to thread a needle. But I have devices, motion sensors, that when she takes, or anybody takes a movement forward, the lights will automatically go on. There's things for the young, there's things for the old. What the board of directors did was future-proof this community for any type of product that comes up that you may need the internet for. Back in the day when you had alarms, it was all done through the telephone line, right? Now it's done through the internet. Who knows what else we'll be using through the internet? But you should have, if you're not working from home, 200 by 200 should be ample for your needs. Actually, I had a resident that was a radiologist in the audience, and he says, I love your speed. He says, I work from home. All he does is he puts the x-ray up on his monitor and he can read x-rays. So it's amazing what can be done with the internet. So you have 200 by 200 in your in the contract. If you want more, you can certainly pay for more. You will also get a remote control guide. It basically just tells you what the buttons are, but you become more and more familiar with it. The reason why we give this is a lot of people just like to have something as reference material, but what's more important is that you do come to these classes because you're going to have the user experience, okay? Having that user experience is that feel, it's that touch, and you have that ability to ask questions. Let's see what else. I wanted to cover a couple of procedures. How many people here, and I might be a ridiculous question because this is July, are seasonal? Okay, so if you go away for 6 months and you come back for 6 months, does anybody pay OpticalTel money out of their pocket, not in their maintenance dues? Okay, so if you are seasonal and you might pay for a phone line or you might pay for an extra set-top box. Okay, if you have that and you go away for 5-6 months, you can put that on hold and not pay for the retail. Has nothing to do with the bulk service, but you will not have to pay a dime for that additional service that you want while you're away. And I will also send you the policy, a seasonal suspension policy. That is only for retail services, not for your bulk services. If you are a resident and you don't pay us anything extra and you go on vacation, go. Have a good time. Don't tell us you left because I'll only be jealous where you're going. So that's the seasonal policy. Moving in, moving out. Just a general rule. When you move out, close your account with OpticalTel. They'll give you a FedEx shipping label and you will send your equipment back. I will send you that policy as well. Your account, your name is attached to that equipment. You are responsible for that equipment. Some people think when they sell, oh, I'm going to do them a favor, I'm going to leave it for them. No, because they don't really know what's involved. They wouldn't know the opportunity of changing out the Wi-Fi username and passwords, things of that nature. Close the account. The people that are moving in, they can call in, they can get new equipment, they'll be told how to use the equipment as well, and set them up with some protocols. How many people here use TV everywhere? Awesome. And how do you use that, sir? On your phone?
Phone and my iPad.
On your iPad. So if you wish to watch TV on an iPad, on a computer, on your Android device or phone, you may do so. It's called TV Everywhere, and I will send you how to sign up for that. Okay? With that being said, TV Everywhere is not just for watching it if you're seasonal and you want to go somewhere else. Understand, I don't know how many people, I've lived here for, I don't want to tell you how many years, but in South Florida, storms come, power goes out. You want to stay connected to TV. If you were connected with TV everywhere, you can watch TV as long as that device is battery powered up. You can go ahead and watch TV and not feel that disconnection when you lose power. It's a great device when there are storms. Okay. I think I've covered some policies and procedures and what comes with your bulk contract. Right now, we're going to go to the TV itself. One total global, we're going to take questions at the end. One total global answer I'm going to give you before you even ask it. What happens when the TV doesn't go on and you turn the power button on? The first thing I want you to do is to make sure that the blue lights on the set-top box, I don't know if you can see it from here, but those two blue lights, they're on. They're blue. If it's a red light, that means the device is not on. If it's no light, then you need to check something because it's not plugged in. Whether it's the circuit breaker, whether it's the plug here, whatever the case may be, but you need to check that. But the two blue lights need to be on. OpticalTel's customer service is open 365, 24/7. You can always call them, not an issue. But just remember, this is called a set-top box. Blue lights need to be on. So when you look at your remote control, and on the right upper hand corner, it says STB, set-top box. If the red light is on, just make sure that you hit that button and the blue light will come on. And then that's how you power up and your TV will turn on. Okay? So we're going to go to the guide. I'm going to scoot up to the guide a little bit. So what you have is IPTV, Internet Protocol Television. It's all run by the internet. It will tell you today, it'll tell you the time. The blue line is actually the time frame that you're in. We're past the 12 o'clock mark. It'll tell you today's date, and it will tell you, in bold letters, the actual time. You will have all the icons for the TV channels that you have. When you see something outlined in blue, that means that channel, that section is live. If you see a blue triangle, that means that it's brand new. It's never been seen on TV before. It's a new release per se. The red dot means that I am recording that show. It's currently being recorded. If it was white, and I think I have one that was white. If it's white, that means it's scheduled to. There you go.
Yeah.
That it's scheduled to record. But the red dot means that it's currently being recorded. Okay? So when the only buttons that I want you to look at is really the middle section. The middle section can get you almost anywhere you need to be. So if I hit the guide button, this is what I'm going to get. Here is, I don't know if we really want to watch news, so let's go back up to Hoda, it might be a little bit better. So this is outlined in blue. I'm going to hit this square button. I always laugh about this square button because it's the only button that doesn't have a name on it. It's the most used button, so if it had a name on it, it wouldn't make a difference. It'd come off in a month or two, right? So we're going to hit the square button, and with the square button, it will give you the information about the show. Hit the square button again, and it will bring up the actual show. You see that pause right there? That pause, if I was to hit it, remember it's blue. Anything blue is live. You can work with it. I just hit it just now, and what did it do? It paused the TV. If you hit that, it will pause the TV up to 1 hour. If you hit it again, it will pick it up where you left off. But if you jump from channel to channel, it will lose its spot in line and it will start in real time. So if I want to turn it on and pick it up right from here, I'll pick it up right from here, just by hitting this square button. Now that blue circle that you saw, that's the Wi-Fi just picking it up. It's normal. If it lasts longer than those couple of seconds, there's an issue. But that circle, normal. The next one, if I hit the right arrow, it's live TV. Hit it again, the right arrow, it says stop recording. So I'm recording this. If I was to hit the square button, I can stop the recording. I didn't want to stop the recording, so I just moved it out. So I can hit it, see the blue? If I was to hit that, I can stop the recording now. If I scoot over just a little bit more, I can do closed captioning, audio and subtitles. Scoot one over again, I can hit the info button, which will tell you about the show. Not only will it tell you about the show, you can watch it, you can restart it, you can manage the recordings or look at other episodes. Now, Restart TV. Has anybody used that yet?
Yeah.
Is that awesome?
Oh, yeah.
So you can, so right now it's 12:25. If I was to hit restart, it will start this show to the very beginning of the show. Let's say you came home from shopping, from work, whatever, and you say, oh God, I missed that. You want to see it from the beginning? You can just hit restart and it will start the show from the very beginning. Okay?
And another feature with that is you can fast forward through commercials.
There you go. Fast forward through commercials. So let's go back to guide
It's an
again.
extra bonus.
Yes. You know, during COVID, I think a lot of us like to watch commercials, huh? All right, so here we go. We're going to deviate just a little bit, and we're going to hit this last button right here. The last button to the remote control. So when you hit the last button, very lightly, just quick, it will give you a banner of channels. This banner really is for people that like to channel surf, right? Or people like that only watch about 6 or 7 channels, right? So that it's all up here, and I was on the music channel. I can go back and forth by hitting that just very lightly. If I was to hit it with a hard press, it will just bring me back to the last show that I watched. But if I do it lightly, it'll just bring me up to all those channels. I can scoot all the way over and I can pick up a channel. That's, oh, I was already on that channel. All right.
I didn't know that. I'm sorry.
No, you listen, we learn something new every day.
Keeps you from going back to the guide.
Keeps you from going back to the guide. You can just stay within the channel itself.
And you're talking about the button that looks like an opera.
Right. Okay. If you go around the remote control, we're going to go back to guide for a minute. So one of the other features you learned about Restart TV is Catch-Up TV. Has anybody used Catch-Up TV yet?
For
Really?
about 3 days,
Yeah. Okay.
all the time.
So this is really, really cool. So what we've learned is a lot of people, believe it or not, they don't like to record. I think a lot of people just don't know where to find the recording, but you don't have to record a show if you want to be able to see it in the past, if it's been within 72 hours. So I'm just going to use this as an example. Here we are in the guide. I'm going to hit this arrow, this little arrow right here, all the way to the left. Okay. All right, let's go here. All right. I am moving this all the way, half hour by half hour, hour by hour. If I wanted to, I can use this double arrow right here and just watch. This says today at 3 a.m. If I hit that double arrow, even though this is like part of the recording section, it will take me back 12 hours. Now it says yesterday at 3 o'clock. Okay, so here I am, Monday, today's Thursday, here I am Monday, and I missed the Ellen DeGeneres show. I can go ahead, I can hit it, remember it's highlighted, I can hit it again, and I will watch Ellen from Monday today. As if it was live. So technically you don't have to record a show to be able to watch it, as long as you're within this 72-hour time frame. So that's called catch-up TV. And all you have to do is hit the right arrow and you can get to it with ease. Okay. Where we've been is really in the home screen. We can scoot this up. We only hit the right arrow. We can scoot this up and we can go to search. We can hit the search function. Now, you can search and use your voice activated remote if you programmed it that way. And you do that through another button that I'll show you in a minute. But for the search function, if I hit it again, the keyboard will pop up. And I can scoot just by using the channels. And I'm just going to use an easy show. We'll use Bull. And you'll see it starts populating. So you can search right here by using the magnifying glass, or you can hit Bull right there and then hit search. And it will bring you up the TV shows that have Bull. So Bull is not being played right now. So that was probably a poor choice to use. But we will go back. I'm sorry. Let's go back. Well, actually, she did come up, I think. There you go. We got Ellen. Let's just go back. In through our guide. That was using the search. We can also go to Google, the colorful button in the middle. Somebody might have already set this up, I'm not sure. But you can see that it's listening to everything I'm saying. What I was hoping to do was that if it wasn't set up, that you would be able to hit that and a Google screen will come up. And if you put in your Gmail address, you will then be able to set it up and do voice remote, and it will bring you to the next app. If we go to the app screen, if you look at these 9 dots right here, it will bring you up this app screen. You can go to OpticalTel and it will bring you up to the guide. Go back to this. How many people use YouTube? YouTube is absolutely a great wealth of knowledge. You want to know how to make a recipe, you want to learn how to knit, you want to know where you want to travel next. It is free. All you have to do is hit it, and you can search over to the right and put in your questions, or you can just see what they have available to you. It's the more and more you become familiar with the remote control, the more that you become more happier with your experience of using the video. We know where the mute button is. We know where the volume is. The one thing that I did want to show you is one of the ways that you can use, let me just get out of here. Let me just go to today.
Send me at the bottom right there. Press and hold back.
Yeah, I can do that. I want to flip through some of these channels first. So if we're here, if we want to check the recording, I can stop the recording right from here. And it will tell you that you've stopped your recordings. I can go back, and we're in the 12:30 slot. Let's go to the Young and the Restless. If we are here, we can pause it, we can restart it, and we can record. And we'll start the recording. I think I've covered most of what the actual remote can do, what you would use on an everyday experience. We can open it up to questions and answers, but more important, I want to thank everybody for coming today. I want you to enjoy this and look forward to playing a little bit more with the remote control. You put your apps on there and you're able to get it. Don't forget, it's all internet based. Thank you so much for coming today. Thank you.